Hello, hello.
Hello.
Yeah, how are you doing, guys?
Fine. And you?
Yeah, me too, but a bit worried because I had some troubles with my internet.
Oh.
And right now my father is sharing his internet with me, and I'm just keeping my fingers crossed that everything will be all right with my connection. Yeah, because I had to cancel lessons in the morning. Yes, I was so sad about that.
Hello.
Oh.
Hello.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess everybody was frozen. Yeah, so that was my connection. I'm sorry. So I've changed it to another one. Yes, and we'll hope that it will be all right. So guys, are you doing okay?
Yes, we do. We are. Yeah. We are doing okay.
That's great. Alona, you're online teaching guru. Why are you here? But I'm glad to see you anyway.
I'm seeking for communication, you know.
Communication. Yes. My friend Tanya texted me that I will join your webinar. I told her, like, what for? Said to see everybody. Yeah, so
I miss people. I miss creators with 2 legs and 2 arms and 1 head.
I see. But you've got students. Yes, so don't forget about that. Okay, just a second, guys. One more minute and we will start. Okay, I will wait for more people to join. Oh, okay. Yeah, finally, the connection is fine. Yeah, I just wanted to show you my cat before we start. Yeah, too. So she doesn't like
Handsome
lessons.
cat.
It's so fluffy.
Yes. All right. So we are going to start with the following thing. I'm sharing a link with you for our today's webinar. Here you go. Yes, I just believe that when it's a webinar, I'm supposed to talk, but I also want you to talk. Yeah, because I know that you missed each other. So let's take a look at the very first task.
And what's the password?
The password? Just a second. Okay. I will make it public. Just a second.
Yeah.
Because I created it on our platform. Yeah, but not my own. Yeah, so that's why you need the password. Just a second, guys. So that is the example how you're not supposed to be ready for your online lessons. Yeah, so. Yep. Okay, try again. Yeah, it works. Okay, good. So what I will ask you to look at, that is exercise number 1. You have a couple of questions which you've got to discuss with your partners. Okay, so put you into pairs and give you some time for discussion. Just, oh, Mary, have a lovely cat. Okay, so go to our partners, please.
Mary, hello. Hello.
Yeah, hello, hello. Yeah, so ladies, I will share the link with you one more time. Yeah, so open it, please, and I will put you in some of the groups, okay? Yeah, hello, hello. Yay, Ira, I'm glad to see you. How are you?
Glad to see you too.
All right, so ladies, I'm sharing the link with you for our today's webinar. Okay, and I guess I will put you into pair. Just a second. Victoria, hello. Yeah, ladies, hello, hello. Yes, so I will share the link with you for our today's webinar.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, hello, hello. So guys, I'm sharing the link with you in our Zoom chat. Yes, and also I have just shared it in our Telegram chat. So we are discussing the questions in task number 1. And I guess I will not put you into pairs, but we can discuss the questions here, okay? Yeah, because guys will be back in a moment, I guess. Yeah, can you hear me? Because everybody is
Yes,
on.
yeah.
So tell me, please, do you miss teaching offline?
I have already forgotten about offline teaching. Yeah, I missed because I had experience during, maybe it was September. Nowadays, I can't say exactly. Yeah, I miss a little bit because you can, so to say, you can touch the students, not in the physical meaning, yeah, but you can feel them.
Okay, right, yeah. Ladies, what about you? Do you miss real people?
Yeah, sometimes I miss the atmosphere of this like lovely classroom communication when you can see everyone at the same time and not just like squares, and that's good if they are not black squares.
Exactly, exactly. Okay, okay, right. So, basically both of them, offline and online teaching, have advantages and disadvantages. Yeah, so what do you think is the biggest disadvantage of teaching offline?
Commuting to the office.
Okay, okay, right. Any other ideas? Except for commuting? No. Okay, and what about teaching online? What is the biggest disadvantage? What do you think?
Bad internet connection. Oh, sorry, Victoria.
Yeah, okay, bad internet. Yeah, Victoria?
So drilling, I consider, is the biggest problem.
Okay, yes, yes, agree. Alina? Any other ideas? Alina, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Mhm.
For me, it's more about black screens, and especially when I'm talking to the students and I hear nothing.
And you don't see the faces and you don't understand.
Yeah, what is happening? Is the
Yeah.
student with me, or something happened,
Or
or
you have problems with internet
Yeah.
connection? Yeah, okay, okay, yes, yes, agree with you. That's true, that's true. Okay, so let's wait for more people. Yes, they're finishing their conversation in breakout rooms. Okay, and we'll see what they think. And I will share some ideas which I have as well, yeah, except for those you have mentioned. Okay, guys, welcome back. So I would love to hear some ideas, yes, about disadvantages of teaching online. Yes, so room number 1, Maria, can you share what you've discussed with your partners?
Is it me?
Probably.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that the main disadvantage we were discussing, the main disadvantage is on internet connection, because it can just be broken, or something could happen, or no light at home, and also like the motivation of students is not so high, like when they study online, not offline, and there is no connection between students, so they can feel like the part of the community of their class. And what else, girls?
Okay, okay, just I would love to ask somebody else.
Okay.
But thank you very much. All right, Lisa Shalomova, your ideas?
Yes, I definitely agree with previous speaker that it's harder to engage students. Moreover, so we are talking about disadvantages of online classes or offline. Sorry, I missed that.
Online.
Online. Well, I would say that online is more convenient for me, because you have a variety of platforms to prepare with.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and as for teacher who had just recently started, I have, while teaching online, I have a possibility like to check my lesson plan, for instance, or to correct the mistake in the exercise that will be the next one if I see that. And these kind of opportunities, I don't have them while teaching offline, because you always need to keep everything in your head.
Yes, that's true. So if you look at your plan, yes, the students may think that the teacher is not experienced. Yeah, or if you have your plan on your phone, yeah, they will think that you're chatting during the lesson. Yes, agree. And actually, I like the idea that you can change something in your worksheet. Yes, and the thing which I discussed last semester when we had a lecture about teaching online is that you are really flexible. So you can always share more and more materials with students. Yeah, you see that you have a problem with present simple ending S. Google present simple, like exercise online, you share the link and you practice more. If it happens in the office and you don't have a Telegram chat with your office group, or you need to go and ask administrators to print it out, it will take a lot of time. Yeah, so when you work online, that is super easy, super fast. Yeah, so we all know why online can be good, but let's see why it can be bad and what we can do with that. So let's take a look at a couple of challenges. You can't listen to all the students at the same time. Yeah, so unfortunately, you have that situation, especially with lower levels, that they have their discussion for 5 minutes. You have 12 people, so it means 6 breakout rooms. And basically, when you come to the last breakout room, people say, we are so. Yes, and you're like, okay, great. And students feel that you don't really listen to them. So any ideas, what can be done in this situation?
Change the order, how you go to breakout rooms every time.
Okay, yes, that's true. Or if you, for instance, listened to these 4 students, during the first speaking session, for the second speaking session, you choose another group of students, which you will listen to. Yeah, so it might be really helpful. Okay, the next thing, which I really lack while teaching online, you cannot walk around and check what your students are writing. Yeah, so in the classroom, you can really see what task they're on. Yeah, whether they're doing the task correctly, or you have to pay more attention to the topic one more time. So any ideas what can be done in this situation?
Use Quizlet.
Always share the screen, and when I join their room, I see everything they write, and I can analyze their mistakes, their where they don't know something, and it helps. It really helps. They can do this, especially when it is not the first lesson. They are super convenient with this. They don't see the Zoom for the first time, and they work as a teacher and use as a teacher Zoom, so it can be seen.
Okay, yeah, agree. So demonstration can help. What else except for demonstration? To check whether they're doing the right task. What do we usually ask?
Sorry, asking what you, asking, for example, are you working individually or in group? Yeah, something like this. Or is this a cardinal or an ordinal number? Something like this.
Sort of. Yeah,
because why I'm saying, because last week I asked is it clear or do you understand? But normally the standard question is yes. Yeah,
of course, that's yes. Or like, no, like what exactly you don't understand? Everything. Like, okay, yeah, guys, very helpful. Yeah, so also you may ask, do you need to write or you just speak? Yeah, because sometimes you understand that you're running out of time. You want your students just to do the task together on the spot. Yes, and you want them not to write, but just to speak. Yeah, so that's also very important to keep in mind and ask them about. Also, what can be done with their writing? Sometimes I have this lazy teacher mode, especially when we have revisions, and I don't want to come up with questions with the words we studied. So I ask my students to come up with the questions with the words we studied, but I really want these questions to be grammatically correct. Yeah, because students can write like everything, yeah, which is not okay. And I may ask my students to send those questions in Telegram chat, yes, or in Zoom chat, so I can check and give them feedback. So when they work with their partners, I'm sure that they're discussing the correct questions. Yeah, so that might be time consuming, but just don't ask them to create 2, 3, or 4 questions. Ask everybody, yeah, if you have a big group, to come up only with 1 question and you can easily check it. and you will be sure that everything is fine. Okay.
Sorry, may I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure.
If, for example, I'm working with one student, private tutoring, and we just learned new vocabulary, what's a good thing for them to remember it? Just not make up sentences, maybe something you'd like to share, or how to use more these words to remember, because when you practice more, you remember better.
Well, basically what you can do, if you just need to drill the words, for instance, and remember the spelling and everything, I really love crosswords.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I use with my lower levels. Yeah, there is very nice website, learning apps, crosswords, word search, yeah, any kind of games, yeah, related to spelling, and it really helps them memorize the words. Quizlet, yeah, to match the words with the definitions. Well, and basically, the more you use the words in the speech, the better you remember them. So making questions or asking students to make up personal examples. And also what really helps, yeah, sorry, that's not really a topic of our webinar, but I can share really fast. Collocations. Yeah, so you do not just learn the word juice. Yeah, but
pour juice.
Yeah, I'll have some juice, fresh orange juice. Yeah, so try to think of collocations and chunks. Yeah, so that's what might help memorize.
All right, thanks a lot.
Yeah, welcome. Okay, the next one and the worst one, problems with devices, internet connection. So what can be done?
Always have plan B. For example, if you know that your Wi-Fi works badly, you can use your mobile. It helped me a lot of times.
Yeah, that's true. So what else? Always have the numbers of your administrators. Yes, or always have the passwords for your Zoom account on your phone as well. Yeah, because if there is a situation that there is no electricity, yes, and maybe you have mobile internet, but you run out of battery on your laptop. So you may use your mobile phone, but you will need the passwords. So always keep all those things. And again, be ready just to call administrators and maybe to cancel the lesson or to ask for substitution. Yeah, so there are some heroes who can do that on the spot and substitute your lesson. Yes, so don't forget about that. Students without cameras. Do you have any life hacks?
When we had training with Valia, she gave us very interesting methodology what to do to create tasks where students have to show something, for example, things, or to show some objects, and another student should name, for example, when I remember on the first lesson or of pre-intermediate, we have the topic of stationery. So what's this? It's a pen. What's this? Pencil. So they have to use their camera. So something like this where they have no choice.
Okay, right. Yeah, that's a nice idea. But what can I say? Don't really demand cameras. Yeah. Well, the thing is that right now not everybody has a nice background. Yeah, I also don't have a nice background, but I don't have this function to make it blurry, yeah, or stuff like that. And maybe not all the people have that fast internet. Yes, and that is why when they turn off the cameras, they have better connection. Yeah, so remind them that it would be nice, or turn on the cameras at least in your breakout rooms. Yes, but I don't really ask them a lot to do that. Yeah, because different situations might happen right now. Yeah, and they might have different reasons not to turn it on. Okay, what about activities? Yeah, so we have our favorite ones, like battleships, also snakes and ladders, and lots of other activities which we really love doing offline. But they can be really time consuming online. What should we do? Any ideas?
Maybe, for example, if the task is for pairs or for groups, maybe change to mingling, for example.
Okay, right. Any other ideas?
I'm trying to find some alternatives. I haven't had some many lessons of online lessons. I mean, before just a few, and I didn't have chance to transform all the offline tasks into online version. But I know for now that it really takes a lot of time. I have to think how it will work, whether it will work. Maybe it's not so fun as offline and so on. So I'm trying to find some new activities that will work online and that might be fun and interesting for students. So I think it's better, but of course we can transform and adapt some tasks into the online version. But
Yeah.
it always takes and needs our efforts and time.
Yeah, I totally agree. So the first question you should ask yourself, do I really need this complicated activity? Yeah, do you have any other ways to achieve the goal? Yeah, so if you need your students to answer the questions, yeah, so sometimes you don't really need to make this complicated board game with tons of rules and details. Yeah, so just flashcards will work really well, and your students will spend more time speaking, yeah, rather than rolling the die, yeah, deciding who has to move, where they have to move, and so on. So just don't do the activity for the sake of activity. You have to show that I know this type of activity and this one and one more. So ask yourself a question, do I really need that? Or maybe if it's a really nice activity, yeah, like playing Quizlet live, yeah, to revise the words. And you know that you will do that throughout the whole semester, yeah, from time to time when you have revisions. Just, okay, you can do that once, yes, and it will be challenging. Students will be nervous, yes, because not everybody will understand how to connect, what to do, but then for the second, the third, and the fourth time, they will really enjoy it. Yes, so if you know that it is not the only one time you will have this type of activity, do that, teach them how to do that, and then it will be super easy. And one more thing, drilling. Yeah, so you've mentioned that. What you may do, ask your students to, you may ask them to turn off the microphones, but in this way, it won't be messy. But on the other hand, you will not really know whether they, I see that you're nodding, yay, whether they say the word correctly. So what can be done? Talk to your students and explain the importance of drilling. And you may do the drilling in your Telegram. Yeah, so you say the word, yeah, or gives a link to the word. They can listen to it in Cambridge or Oxford Dictionary and ask them to record themselves saying the same word. Yeah, so it will be time consuming for you. Yeah, you will have to listen to all your students. Yeah, but again, you may give them some feedback on whether they have to pay more attention to some particular sounds and so on. So that's what could be done. Yes, instead of drilling together, open class and so on. Or if you have a smaller group, yes, and you don't have that many words to drill, yeah, you can say, you nominate students and one by one, they repeat the word. Yeah, again, if we talk about, I don't know, like up to 5 words, yeah, probably that might be a nice idea. All right, so we've talked about the challenges. Yeah, if you come up with more challenges, you may always share in our chat and we'll discuss them. And right now, let's talk about the things which can make our online teaching easier, better, more convenient, and so on. So I will put you into pairs again. And your task is to discuss the following questions. I see the question in chat. Oh, okay. Yeah, Mary, thank you very much for joining us. Yeah. Yeah, and you may watch the webinar later. Yeah, so it's being recorded. So guys, I put you into pairs. Yeah, so exercise number 3 is waiting for you. So join your partners, please. Yeah, Julia, hello. Yeah, hello, hello. Okay, I hope that you saw the link in our channel. Yeah, I will put you in one of the groups.
Yeah,
Oh.
thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, I'm here.
Yeah, that's great. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, all right, everybody's here, I guess. So let's see what we need all those things for. Yeah, and we will start with our platform. Yeah, just when you are still not sure whether to create worksheets on our platform or not, yeah, just want you to compare the following things. Yeah, that is the screenshot from the book. Yes, and you can actually, I know that some teachers used to do it in that way. Yeah, when we just started working online, you just share the screenshot with your students. Yeah, and your students have to do it. How they have to do it, that is their business. Yeah, either they take a pen and a pencil or open it in some editors, yes, and write down the answers and so on. But platform is much better. Yeah, because they can write everything. They can check themselves. Oops. And so on. So you may see the difference. I know that sometimes it could be really time consuming to, well, change all that into text, but I will share the link with you, by the way. I found a really nice converter. Yes, you just choose a file. Yes, so any screenshot. Yeah, do you have any? Oh, okay. I've got a screenshot here. Yeah, so you click on start and you will have the text. Yeah, so basically it will be not that fast as you just give a screenshot. Oh, yeah, okay. I have the text, you may not see it yet because it opened in an extra window, yeah, but you may just trust me, yeah, that I've got it. Oh, yeah, here it is. Yes, so okay, you will need to edit something, yes, and there might be some mistakes, but anyway, it's actually faster than you will just type it, yes, and your students will have a nice worksheet instead of tons of screenshots from additional books that you may use during the lessons. Another thing, of course, it is much easier just to give a link, yeah, for an activity, but your students open the link, they're not in the worksheet anymore. When they need to return to the worksheet, they will get lost and puzzled. So don't forget about amazing function embed. Yeah, so lots of resources have this function embed. You just copy the code, yes, and add it on our platform. Yeah, and basically that is an extra website, learning apps. Yeah, but it's already in your worksheet and your students may start doing the task. Yeah, for instance. So then if you, just a second, I see a question. Yes, I will share the link. I guess I will add it into our worksheet, yeah, into my today's worksheet, and I can also share it with you right now in our chat. Oh, Victoria, thank you very much. You're the best. Okay, so if you don't really remember or you don't know how to create some of the activities on our platform, yes, so when you go to teacher spec, you have this how to create worksheets on the platform with video instructions. Also, please, if you haven't joined our Green Forest for Teachers channel, join it, because from time to time I post there different life hacks. Yeah, how to add a PowerPoint presentation, how to, I know, do some magic with the font, yes, and stuff like that. Nice app on the phone. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, so also could be quite a useful one. All right, so talking about tools. Yeah, so do you use any websites like Quizlet, Bamboozle, BookWidgets, and so on? Yes. Okay, so again, don't forget that the majority of them could be installed into our platform. Yes, so you can always have this embed code, yes, and add them into your worksheet. Again, what for? Not to give 10 links to your students during the lesson, yeah, because they will get lost in all the links. Trust me, they can get lost when you have just two options, worksheet and notes by Green Forest, and they sometimes don't know where to go, even if you show them. Yeah, so don't have lots of links, just embed everything. And here there is a video that is a webinar by my friend Tanya Mironova. So she tells about lots of different tools which you can use during the lessons. Yeah, give 10 links to their homeworks. Yeah, yeah, that's a good decision. Okay, so then we were talking about Telegram. I've heard that some people work for Project 12. Yes, so maybe if you work for Project 12 and students change the groups all the time, yeah, so Telegram might not be that useful. But for Green Forest teachers and students, that is a must. Yes, the first thing, you create your group, and if you haven't heard of this life hack yet, you can create folders. Yeah, because Telegram could be really messy, especially when you have all those news chats, chats of your buildings, lots of chats with teachers. Just create folders for students, for teachers, and for all the other stuff. So you will find your students faster. What I use it for? To keep in touch with my students, to remind them about their first lessons, to text them and ask where they are, yeah, if they have missed a couple of classes, and so on. Help them during the first lesson. Yeah, so that is very important, because some of the people cannot connect. Some of the people don't see the link. Some of the people have some other problems. Yes, so you can always help them or send their contacts to administrators. Sending links, materials, videos. Yeah, because we all know that if you send the link in Zoom and some people are late, people will not see this link. And you will have to share this link again and again. Just share it in Telegram, and your students will not lose it. Then what I started doing recently, I started using Telegram for polls because I see that my students are not that talkative, but they can click the buttons really well. Yes, and you can ask them whether they would love to have home reading, whether they have joined their grammar Telegram chat, whether they know where to get a Zoom link, yes, and so on. Quizzes, yeah, when you covered some topics, yeah, you can make a small quiz and ask your students to choose the options. Yeah, you may do it with prepositions, with tenses. And to tell you the truth, I didn't come up with those questions. I just took them in our test yourself section after each lesson. Yeah, students will not remember that it was there. Yeah, but you see how they answer, you see what problems people may have, which words or which constructions were challenging, and students see that you care. Share interesting stuff. Yeah, both you and your students can do that. Tell the news of school. Yeah, about different events. Yeah, don't forget to tell your students about extra lessons which we have for them every week, by the way. You can give them some extra tasks. Yeah, so not as a homework. Yeah, but just here you go. Here's your link. You may watch this video. You may do this extra task and so on. Feedback on mistakes. Yeah, not only here in Zoom, but you can also send some personal messages. Yeah, like pay attention to ending S, or don't forget about second form of the verbs and so on. And the activity which I told you about when you ask your students to make up questions. Yeah, they send you questions in Telegram chat, you correct them, and then you ask people to discuss them in groups. And what I actually had, I had a Telegram channel to store my materials. Yeah, so I may show you how it looks like. Yeah, so I have hashtag lesson 1, a link for the lesson. Then I may write some comments like, there is not enough time for the last task, or pay attention to this, and to this. Also, I will just, also I added screenshots of my board. Yes, what for? When I have this lesson with the second, with the third group, or maybe next semester, I already have really nice examples. And I will never miss some important moments, yeah, because I have some cheat paper. Yes, and talking about those cheat papers and whiteboard screens, annotate function. Yeah, so if you use it only with your whiteboard, that's good, but you can also use it when you share your screen actually. Yeah, so let's take a look. When I'm sharing my screen, you don't see my toolbar, but that's how it looks when you share your screen. So here you have this magic pencil, Annotate. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, if you use Russian version, it's called комментировать.
Yes.
Yeah, but I'm not that sure. So the best tools you can use: text, draw, stamps, to put all the ticks and crosses. You may change the color. And actually, my students told me about such a thing as clear. I always used eraser to clear everything, but you just click on clear and you will be able to erase everything at the same time. And what I use it for, Annotate could be really cool when you present, well, I usually present grammar on the whiteboard, but when you present some functional language. Yeah, so let's take a look what I will do with this task right now. Yeah, so for instance, your students checked the activity. Yeah, you discussed, everybody has corrected the mistakes, and I asked them, what is the synonym of can't stand? Yeah, so the answer?
Don't like.
Don't like, okay. Or they may remember hate. Okay, what form of the verb do we use after it?
ING.
ING, okay. Yeah, so, and you already write that. Yeah, then you ask, is always a typical adverb for present continuous? Yes, no. Yeah, when we use it with continuous, we talk about irritation. Yeah, so they don't know what irritation is, but you explain. Yeah, another thing. Yeah, should come. Yeah, I write. Should plus which form of the verb? First. Infinitive. How do we make negative? Shouldn't.
Shouldn't.
Yeah. And so on. Yeah. So again, for instance, if I were you, I would take her dancing. Yeah, you can ask your students, what conditional is that?
Second.
Yes. Yeah. So you're the best students, you know. So, and that's how it works. Well, maybe not for every single sentence. Yeah, but for the majority of the sentences in our functional language, you can add comments like this. Yeah, so you highlight the verb patterns. Yeah, so that's quite important for your students to know. You may talk about negative forms. Yeah, so if you want to be sure that they remember them and so on. So that works really well for that thing. Also, recently I decided to try another stuff, which I can share with my students on Telegram. We did the task. And actually, a lot of people had questions. And when we started discussing, I asked them why we use each of the options. Yes, and for instance, I ask, why do we say I'm going? My students say, I have tickets. Yeah, if we have tickets, what is that?
Fixed arrangement.
Arrangement, exactly. What, for example, sentence number 5, why present simple? Yeah, my students say, timetable. Yeah, and for each sentence, I highlighted some keywords and I wrote comments, all those arrangements, spontaneous decision, timetable, plans, evidence, and so on. And I took a screenshot for my students. So basically it was just their practice, but now they have more examples. Yeah, which is also really nice. And that's what you can use your Annotate for. Yeah, so also when you work with vocabulary, yeah, you may write what part of speech is that. You may write the transcription. Yeah, unfortunately, when you deal with transcription, you have to copy it from a dictionary. Yes, and paste it. Yeah, on your screen. Yes, unfortunately, you will not have all the necessary signs on your keyboard. Yeah, but anyway, that's also possible. Yeah, and a nice thing to do when you study the vocab. Yes, and again, take a screenshot. I know that some students do that on their own. Yes, but you can't be sure that each of them will do that. Yeah, or if you don't like taking screenshots, find a main person in the group who will do that for the whole group. Yeah, so that's going to be their responsibility. Yeah, who is on duty today? Yeah, so Vita is on duty today. Vita is taking screenshots today and sharing with the whole group. So that is also a nice thing, yeah, if you are afraid that you may forget about some screenshots. And what I will ask you to keep in mind. The first thing, don't forget to demonstrate. Yeah, no matter what lesson you teach, grammar, communication, intensive course, always demonstrate your board. Yes, because internet connection could be bad. Yeah, and your students may not hear you properly, but they will see what you want them to do, especially when you work with both worksheet and a book. Yeah, so they don't have to get lost. Yeah, they need to see which one you're using, which task you're on, and so on. Then nominate and ask everyone. Yeah, so if during your offline lesson, this open class answers could be fine. Yes, it could be messy during your online classes. So don't forget to nominate your students. And maybe you saw in our Telegram channel, I shared an idea on how not to forget about your students. Yeah, put the tick. Yes, Alexander.
Yeah. So to make data in the Excel, for example, or and you write the names and surnames and put the tick or any symbol in front of them.
Yeah.
In order to,
yeah. So that's really nice, because to tell you the truth, I often forget about black screens. Yeah, you just ask people with cameras. Yes, but you may forget about black screens because they are all the same. Yeah, so in order not to forget about your black screens, yeah, look at your list. Yes, and try to ask people who are not that talkative. Again, don't forget to use our. Yeah.
Sorry, Susha, you can also motivate students to switch on cameras, telling them that you forget about black screens.
Okay, yes, it's a nice one. It's a good idea. All right. So use our platform. Yes, so our platform is amazing. There are lots of different functions, and our programmers update them from time to time, and we get more and more nice tools to do different activities. Yes, so again, if you don't know how to do something, watch the videos on how to do that, or you can always ask me. Yeah, so I spent so much time on our platform creating different tasks, so I can tell you everything, I guess. Take screenshots. Yeah, don't forget, it's an important thing. And annotate. Yeah, so that is the best Zoom function ever. Yeah, so please use it. And what I wanted to show you, so also you might have seen it in our Telegram channel, that is Padlet, which is really cool to get to know your students, or really cool for the tasks which I've described recently. Yeah, that you ask your students to make up some questions. Yeah, that's oh, okay, thank you. So what I asked you to do, if you have any questions which you think we haven't covered today, yeah, you may click on plus and leave your comment, or you may just write them in the chat. Yeah, Dina, thank you very much for coming. Yes, sorry for keeping you so long, guys. Yeah, but if you have any questions which you think we may discuss with you, you may leave them here in Padlet.
Okay, thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Or you can just ask. Yeah.
It's okay, it's okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, nobody wants to ask any questions. Yeah, but anyway, use this tool with your students. It's really good. All right. So then, if no questions are being asked, I will let you go. Sveta, you came with your cat. Yay. Thank you for bringing Knopочка here. All right, so yes, Alexander.
Yeah, for example, and what about organizing the tasks? I mean, for example, there are a lot of tasks in Green Notes book which are required to be done in pairs or in groups. But because I've found myself that it can be time consuming, and especially students, especially starters, because I'm teaching starters at the moment. They find it difficult to work in pairs in breakout rooms, and not only because of internet connection, but they don't even understand what to say. I remember when I was teaching in offline in February before the war, I could explain what to do, and in case they had any questions, they could ask me and I could tell again. But in here pairs, so could it be a good idea, for example, from switching from pairs to mingling, for example, or
okay, could be like the first thing that you can do, teach them how to use ask for help magic button. Yeah, because they can click it, you can come to them and help them. The second thing which you may use, I will just show you. I had it.
Sorry, what is ask for help? What is it? Zoom button?
Zoom, yes. So just what I want to show you is just a second. Disappearing dialogues. Yeah, so try to use disappearing dialogues with your students. I will show you what it is. I tried it with my individual student. She's starter as well, and of course it was easier because we did it together. Yeah, so she's quite a nice girl. Yes, and so on. But just a second. Do you know what disappearing dialogue is?
No, I don't.
Nope. Okay, I will just find it. But the idea is the following, that you have a dialogue. Yes, so people read it in pairs, and well, everything is fine. They try to remember it. Then you have the same dialogue. Maybe it was here. Nope. Then you have the same dialogue, but yay, here it is. So you have a dialogue. Yeah, so hi, you're Ksusha, right? Yeah, sorry, what's your name? Michael. Oh, yes, how are you? Blah, blah, blah. So they read this dialogue in pairs. Then they move to step number 2 without looking at step 1. Yes, and they have to remember which words were missing. Then they go to step 3, and over here more phrases are missing. So basically, before they practice their own conversation, they drill it a couple of times. Yeah, so that's what you may try, and that's what might help.
Okay, thank you.
Situation. Yeah, guys. Anything else?
And how is this quality, like missing dialects?
Disappearing.
Okay, thanks.
You can make a PowerPoint presentation with that. Yes, so students do not have this temptation to scroll. Yes, and stuff like that. So that could be an option for the students. Yeah. All right. Yes, I guess that's it. Thank you very much for coming. Sorry for keeping you that long. I hope to finish like in 40 minutes. Yeah, but it took me almost an hour. Yeah. So if you have any questions about platform, yes, so I'm always here. Yes, I can help you. Oh, thank you for your hearts. Yeah. So thank you very much for coming, and have a lovely day, and the best students, and the nicest online lessons, and the best internet connection.
Thank you.
Wish you the same. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Bye. Tusha, may I ask you a question, please?
Yeah, sure.
I have a problem when I, for example, share my screen and I want to demonstrate a presentation. The sharing of the screen stops, and I don't know why.
Yeah, somebody told that there is such a problem in Zoom. Yeah, after some Zoom updates. My piece of advice: embed your presentation on the platform.
Okay.
Yeah, if you don't know how to do that, text me. I will send you the instructions.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
I also have a question about how to organize listening tasks, because firstly I tried to share the audio, but they couldn't hear that. That's why now we're doing individual listening so that they do it. So is it okay?
Yeah, of course. So I usually do that with my especially upper levels. Yes, with yes, just sorry, I looked at Sveta's cat who was touching her, and that was super funny. Yeah, so you ask them to do that on their own. And what is important, you tell that you mute everybody.
Yes, of course.
They listen on their own devices. And I start this audio on my laptop as well, to know when the recording finishes and when I have to stop them. Yeah, because they may start listening again and again. Yes,
yeah, of course.
You just know that, okay, 30 more seconds and we have to check. That is actually a nice idea. Yes, like, why not? Especially for starters, yeah, where we may have elderly people, they will learn how to do that. Yes.
Yeah, most of my starters are youngsters. Yeah, yeah, of course. But again, I also maybe from my point of view, it would be better to let students listen twice, because especially for starters, because it may be time to, if, for example, in like 5 minutes, I can ask you, are you ready? But if I see that they are still doing so, I let them finish.
Yeah. That's okay. That's okay. Just look at the task. Sometimes it's enough to do one listening. Yeah, because you're not listening for details. You're listening for
yeah, for me, yes, but
and then but again, you may warn your students that don't worry if you don't understand everything. Yes, you will catch the main idea, because for the first listening they just have to answer where the people are they happy or sad? Yes, and so on. And then for the second listening, they will already listen for details. So you may do these 2 listenings, of course, but just like divide them, listening for gist and then listening for details.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome.
I don't know if I can give some piece of advice, for Alexander and for his starters. You told about listening. So I also had my first starter group, starters online group last year, and we developed the tradition. For each class in our online book, we've got this video, Yes. And after each class, there was a tradition that they watch this video at home. They
I also make give video tasks.
Yeah, so what I wanted to say that it was a tradition. So every next class we started with role-playing the dialogue, which makes them feel comfortable working in pairs. Yeah, so all the time it was like without any gaps. Yeah, you see. So all the time we started the class, and the very first task was to role-play the dialogue. They already knew what to do, so you don't spend a lot of time on instructions. You don't spend a lot of time on waiting for people who are late, and they know the intonations, which is very important. I'm done.
Thank you.
That's it, actually. Yeah. Thanks a lot. All right. Yeah. So guys, you can be free unless you have more questions. All right. All right. So Dobby is free for today. Yeah. Okay. So thanks a lot, Mama Time. Yeah. So hope to see you during our next trainings, webinars, and so on. Yeah. Bye. Bye. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. See ya.
Bye.
Thank you